Good morning, all. Camelback Trading 2724 and the PitFuturesTrading.com coming to you this Thursday morning, January 16th. Looking at the last 4 or 5 days of the market profile of the SPY ETF. And look at here. So the regular trading hour is all-time high held for basically an hour last night before we made a new one, and we continue to rip higher this morning. So a couple of things to talk about. First off, I'm leaving around 2:30 today Eastern time. I have a couple of appointments, so the afternoon video will probably be later than normal. That's number one. Number two, I'm almost embarrassed to say this, but we had a price probe yesterday. It is, forget about being rejected. It's almost embarrassing to say that. It's getting smacked in the face so hard. You know, these downside and upside probes in the past were generally a good indication what the market, the odds of the market doing at least early in the morning the following day. These downside price probes all of last year and the 2 or 3 we've had so far this year have been nothing but incredible buying opportunities. So it really is amazing. And the third thing, I said yesterday, monthly, weekly, very healthy. The daily, even though we were one time framing up 3 days, we're not getting distance away from the previous day's highs. Well, the bulls are trying to prove me wrong by gapping higher today and getting the distance we talk about that they need. All right, let's go over reference points and a game plan for this morning. So 9 wide, which was going to be an upside reference point right now with just over an hour to go, is going to be a downside one. We had an afternoon rally high at 328.66. Again, right now that's going to be gone. Okay, that's going to be off my sheet once we open. I'll still use yesterday's high since there's an hour to go. We're going to use it on both sides, 329.02. And as of right now, 329.89 is our pre-market all-time high. For the downside, we'll use yesterday's high of 329.02 if we gap higher. Then below that, we'll use the 9 wide at 328.53. And until we get more market-generated information, it'll be yesterday's low of 327.26. So game plan for this morning. Well, plain and simple, the bulls are trying to prove that this trend is not getting old, they're not tired, and we want to continue to go higher. So if we're to gap, right now we're trading 329.50. Yesterday's high is 329.02. It's nice area for me to get involved as far as on the long side if we're to open there. Now, as soon as it opens, if we drive straight down, and we've seen this, and close the gap, then I'm not going to. But if we open and hang in this area for the first minute or two, we don't fill this gap right away, and we don't run right away, then I'll get involved on a call play. My out will be if we close the gap. We open around this level, I'll take some off at the pre-market all-time high, if that's going to still be it at the time. The 330 level will probably be a visual level. Again, that's going to be right near the pre-market all-time high. If it starts tapering off, then I get out of the trade. If not, volume's going, we'll stay in the trade. Put play, there is none right here. Now if we open on a gap, fail, and then cannot come above yesterday's high again, then at some point I would consider a put for 2 reasons. Number one, right, we just maybe will get some excess, which we haven't had really ever, and God knows how long in the upside. And number 2, if you do start trading below yesterday's high, value high was right around there, so value would be higher. Maybe it'd be overlapping the high as you'd pull it down. But that's only if we get accepted back into yesterday's range. And chart-wise, again, I'll just show you the weekly and the daily. Right now, the weekly, with 2 days to go, I had it balanced up. It's going to be firmly up by the end of this week, one time framing up 2 weeks, unless something drastic happens in the next 2 days. Same with the daily. I've had it balanced to up because even though we're one time framing up 3 days, we weren't getting much distance. Well, if we hold this gap today, it'll be firmly up. Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap later, probably later than 4 p.m.